What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild video, baby. And today we're getting into the NLCS. If you guys want to wish us some good luck, man, leave a like on the video so we can hopefully push past these Cincinnati Reds that we've had trouble with in the past. And we got to face one of my arch enemies here, Hunter Green. Loved playing on the team with him. I had to rephrase how I was about to say that sentence, but hate going against him for sure. And today he's got to go up against Nestor Cortez Jr. So here's how the playoff bracket has shook out to this point so far. If you guys missed it last time, all sweeps around the entire NLCS. Basically, we swept Atlanta, the Reds swept the Dodgers, and all sweeps on the AL side too as well. As we go into the championship series side, American League's getting their games going. We're starting our series up, and let's go ahead and open things up here, as you guys should be subscribing and turning that bell on for new videos if you guys are ready for more of this content to come out, as it looks like we might be coming to the close of this series. Every game we're wondering, is this going to be the year that they do it? And this team is looking and playing strong by surprising performances like Nestor Cortez Jr. in his first start, 7 1/3. Only gave up, I think, 2 earned runs there for us, 6 strikeouts. So it wasn't really heavy with strikeouts, but was getting the outs consistently that he needed to go ahead and shut down that Braves, or not the Braves team. Dang, almost forgot, who did we play in the wild card round again that he pitched against? Almost forgot who that team was. It's been so long ago since we had any wild card action. But here, getting started against the Reds, we're going to have an easy chance here, at least at the top, compared to what we had last time. The Braves, we had a very fearsome 3, 4, and 5 we had to get through. And I almost had to pray through every time they came around the order. This time around, I really feel like we only have one guy to kind of watch. And definitely TJ Friedel, as he goes in and strikes out of that cutter low and away. It's not Seihei Suzuki. As with a 2-2 count, we'll go ahead and get him to pop that one towards the seats. But enough suspense. The man after him, Spencer Steer. A lot of power in the middle of this lineup. So he definitely helped him out with clearing those two guys up. Those two guys do have a lot of contact, though. But you couldn't tell by the way that we got those swings and misses to start the game out. And then Steer with the liner right to O'Neal Cruz, getting us out of that inning. And now it'll be a flamethrower. Hunter Green, who's already had 2 starts this postseason, 14 innings of work, 1.29 ERA. So they've kept him limited on his innings, but definitely being very good with the ERA department. I'm not sure why he's not pitching longer to these games. This is a different Hunter Green though than the one that we've seen in our series when we did the Reds. This does not have a 5-pitch mix. He only has a 3-pitch mix here, a 4-seam, the changeup, and the slider. Now I will say the way he mixes them up and the fact that he throws triple digits definitely keeps you on your toes, because you never know which one you got to go for. You almost got to predict the 4-seamer and just swing for it and just react if it's slower, which is very hard to do here. So you see we're trying to just kind of predict where those 4-seamers are going to come from. 2-2 here, watching the 4-seamer on the edge. If you even hesitate, you might as well just let it go ahead and come all the way through. Reynolds will be up next, 2-2 count as well, as he checks it on that 4-seamer upstairs. Santander might have a chance to hit with a runner on base, but Reynolds swings under the 4-seamer. He'll go ahead and sit down too as well. And then Santander, at least we're working the counts here. We're almost near 20 pitches here in the first inning just from working the accounts alone. But took that 4-seamer in on the legs. 3 straight strikeouts is the outcome. And maybe that's why he's only going an average of 7 innings to start. It's because that pitch count is way too high. One thing that Cortez will do though is he's going to keep it low. Chopper on the ground gets the first out there that we need. And because the surprising fact was that he got 2 strikeouts in the first inning already. You know, that's already a third of what he got in the last game combined. But now we're starting to see more of what he really does. Pitch to contact. Weak fly balls. I guess you can call it weak since it didn't leave. Choppers on the ground. Matt McClain here, 0-2. Right over to Johnson. Easy play. Throw goes over to first. And you got him. Gonna keep things nice, simple, and easy here. Pitch count. You see, we just now reached 22 going into the third. I know Hunter Green's well past that. Reynolds popped that one up in the left and got it. Now, we did see Green's, though, strikeout percentage is 33%. So having a lot of strikeouts does typically relate to at least higher pitch counts, which could lead to less innings if your stamina isn't up there, which I don't know what Green's stamina is, but that's what we're looking to work on, play on today. If he's going to strike us out, make it be 5, 6 pitch at bats to where he gets out of this game quickly. We can get to their bullpen here as we get a chopper on the ground to Johnson yet again. Throw goes over to first. As you can see here, we're in the bottom half of the third now. We lowered the pitch count a little bit there from the first inning. We kind of went down quickly here as we were able to time up some of these. He's trying to throw it over the middle. He's not really keeping everything to the outside corners. It's either way off or it's hittable. But the only fortunate part about hittable is we keep fouling them off. Full count here for Brian Hayes, 3-2. Watching that four-seamer down below the knees. He gets a walk and getting on for our first base runner here today. As now it'll be Tamar Johnson. And the first pitch he gets, he swings through the four-seamer upstairs. Timed it up well, just went right through it. Same thing with that one going a little bit higher. So 0-2, you know we got to try to take it, but we get confused on the circle. Johnson goes down in 3 pitches. Davis, 1-1 count right behind him. Gets a four-seamer upstairs. This is going towards the gap, but it will not be deep enough as that'll be caught in for the out. Now with 2 outs, runner at first base. We do still have now the top of the lineup here that has been at least a little bit clutch for us. We wanted to get this done before the middle of our order comes in because they worry me too for it. A completely opposite reason as the Braves. Armstrong now, full count. Reynolds on deck. Caught looking at the four-seamer on the hands. He's going to have to go take it back. And now we're back to watching Nestor Cortez Jr. do what he do best. Chopper on the ground again. Johnson about to get plenty of work today. So if we had Nestor Cortez pitch every day, Johnson probably would have won a Gold Glove award with all these easy ground balls he's getting. And then Armstrong to center field, he'll fade back before the warning track and go ahead and glove that in too. Had a lot of pitcher duels here. I think we only had really one run like shootout as far as high scoring runs here so far in the postseason in general. I thought we'd at least have a lot more high scoring games, at least for our offense, if anything. We get a strikeout call there on the Cutters. They got their first walk to get a guy on. Cruz right past our first baseman Pete Alonso there for a base hit, and now they've got their 2 guys on, but those are really the last 2 guys we're worried about. Rasmussen, he does have a little bit of pop to him, but also not much vision here. 1-0, watching that one downstairs for a called strike. Pop that one foul. Cortez, 1-2. Swings and misses at the screw curve downstairs. Great play there by the pitcher. Way to get him down on strikes. Going back to our bats now here. And once again, we're still struggling against Green, but at least he's up to almost 50 pitches here in the 4th. As that'll go ahead and be out number 1 on the chopper there. Santander will be next up. He's got a evened up count here. 2-2 down the line, and that's going to be another grounder. And then Julian Cortez, first pitch that he sees. Can he break out the slump finally? He gets a four-seamer. That's near the belt, going deep back to right field at the warning track or just in front of it. It'll be gloved in, and we're still being kept off balance. O'Neal Cruz right after to start the 5th. He's going to take the first pitch he sees to center field. We're getting good wood on it, just not going deep enough. That's what she says. Pete Alonso will come up with a 3-0 count. Now looks like he might walk here. Didn't like the circle change there, so we're just going to take that one in on the inside. 3-1. Gets a four-seamer at the belt, and man, it's felt so long. Home run, Pete Alonso. Solo home run from him, 2nd of the postseason. It's felt so, I mean, it don't feel like we hit that many home runs with him, even though he's got hella power, but finally getting another home run with Pete Alonso here, as that one was taken deep out of the park. 470 feet. He let up all his anger and aggression from them bad outings the whole postseason on that baseball and gives us a 1-0 lead here. In the bottom of the 5th, and the inning can still go here as we still only have 1 out. But Brian Hayes with Johnson up next gets off circle change up by the chest, but it'll go right to the center fielder. He catches that one, and at 73 pitches now through almost 5. Hunter Green could be out of here soon as we get the strikeout. Coming into the game for the Reds now is Ian Gibbott. 5 games this postseason, 3 2/3 innings of work, and that 7 ERA is looking delicious. I think we can go ahead and tee off, get a couple more runs here against them. And if we're able to do that, this game could be wraps the way that Nestor's playing. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, they're only going to have 2 more chances to hit after this. And we've got Anthony Santander coming up in the batter's box for us to get this 7th inning underway. And we're going to go to our bullpen and just get somebody up just in case. They've been really struggling with the lefty Nestor Cortez, so I'm thinking of keeping somebody else up here. In a close game, I'm thinking Matt Schramm over Jose Hernandez just because of the closeness of the game, and I feel more comfortable with Schramm pitching in a close game. So we're going to get him up and ready to go. Just going to get him stretch and toss now so he's not tired by the time he comes up in the top of the 8th if we need him. But thankfully, we get a walk there from Santander, being patient. Julian Cortez, first pitch he sees was a circle change at the hips, but he's going to chop this on the ground. Ellie De La Cruz throws that one all the way to the dugout. It doesn't go into it, so no movement up. But that'll be a error on him at second base, or at least a fielder's choice, as Cortez is able to make it on the first, and then Cruz getting this one over to Ellie De La Cruz again. Throw over for one. Throw over to first base, not in time. That's just purely speed beating that one out. Another fielder's choice there as we have 2 outs and still the runner on first base. So let's go ahead and steal off for a second this time just in case, as that throw down won't be in time. Cruz making it in there to second. They're going to go ahead and make the decision to intentionally walk Pete Alonso now all the way over to first base for us. So Brian Hayes runners at first and second. Been clutch all postseason. We could use one more clutch hit here if you don't mind. 3 for 8, 2 doubles against Ian here. So that's even better news for us. 1-0. That cutter looked beautiful. And then swings at the circle change that looked like booty. 1-2. Gets the slow curve over top. And that's going to end our 7th inning there. We had a great chance to possibly bring across some runs. Just couldn't beat the fielder's choices. And we're going to let Nestor Cortez at least start the 8th here. See how deep in the ball game he can go. How much can we save our bullpen just in case the game goes bad. Francisco Mejia. After that, pop out over the third. Ground ball to Cruz. Takes care of it easily at first. It looks like Cortez might be able to make it through 8 strong here and not have to see the middle of the order again if possible. Chopper on the ground by Edmundo. Taken by Alonso easily over to first base. They're going to stick with going to the bullpen for another inning here. Tanner Scott, 13.5 ERA, so it doesn't get any better here. I'm surprised they're singing out all these terrible ERAs. As now we're going to go ahead and sit Strom down as you can see the 9th inning. And we have a lefty closer, thankfully. So we're going to go ahead and get Alexis Santos. Go ahead and get him warmed up here and possibly get ready to take over that 9th inning for us. Bottom of the 8th here, Tamar Johnson popping this one out to right center field. Easy catch there by the center fielder. Trying to look for some extra insurance would be nice here. Scott chopped on the ground there by Davis. Easy play over by Short. And that throw looked like it's going to be in the dirt. Not able to pick it up there. Davis is in the first base cleanly. E6 on that throw. So actually going to credit him with an error this time. Ellie De La Cruz making another blunder play there. I didn't even know he plays short, but apparently maybe he don't need to be, as this one's on the ground at first base, and they're going to also drop that one. Pete Crow Armstrong, they're going to award him, though, with a base hit because of the speed. I wonder if that really is the true difference. You can see this one hit off of him, and the foot race between him and the pitcher, I think if he gets to that cleanly, he's not getting that over in time. But if he picks it up himself, he makes the play. So I think that probably should have been an error. But I'll take the base hit, keep the averages going up. And now Reynolds has a chance. We run to first to second and a lot of speed. Gets the slider upstairs. That's going to be a base hit out in the left field. Do we attempt to move the runners up? We will not. We'll just keep it bases loaded here for the middle part of our order. Maybe I should have tried to score it there because these guys have not been hitting good all postseason. That's Santander now from the right side of the plate. Swings through the sinker at his stomach. That was a good one. 0-2. Will be a 4-seamer outside. Scott back into the chest. Sinker ball gets popped up. Catcher goes behind the plate and will snag that in. Are we really going to get out of this bases loaded situation with no runs? Cortez, please. 0 for 3. As that ball will be hit into the seeds. 0-2 for Julian. Upstairs on the elbow. Goes into the stays in the batter's box to take the hit. RBI hit by pitch. Runner will go ahead and come in off of that. And we have a 2-0 lead now. And we go to Cruz. He has not been struggling this postseason. He struggled this game, though. He's 0 for 3. First pitch that he sees is another upstairs 4-seamer. Cruz is so much different than everybody else's batter's box, too, as well. His is the most stretched out of anybody's. I don't know if that means he's the tallest, but for sure, definitely the highest from top to bottom on the on his batter's box. Johnson has one of the shortest ones I've seen, too. We got the tallest and shortest batter's boxes I've seen in this game with O'Neal and Johnson. But now we're going to send Cortez Jr. out again here. 9-1-2 before we get into the heart of their order. Can he complete this complete game shutout? We have Santos up and ready just in case. I was going to move him in, but when we got the second run, I decided to give Cortez a little bit more leeway just in case. TJ Friedel coming through after that nice little pop-up there for out number 1, 2-1 here. Bloop this one out to Santander, who's going to come in and make the grab. Now they're down to their final out here, Sayuya Suzuki. 93 pitches up to this point, closing in on 100. Can Cortez close this ball game out for us? Gets the first 2 quick call strikes there. Thank you for the blessing. 0-2. Popped out in the right center field. This one's going to get down in the gap and bunch up against the wall. Crow is going to take the lead on this one and throw it in quickly. As that'll keep the runner at second base and keep hopes alive, as now the tying run not only will come to the plate, but it's their best power hitter. So we're going to go with our best arm here, the rookie. Trying to calm the nerves down, looking to come in front of the home fans and slam the door shut. At least it's in front of the home crowd and not the away crowd. Their best power hitter at the plate. The best chance they have of a 2-run home run is right here. This is their best chance to tie it up in one swing. And one swing gives us the win. Hayes settles underneath. No infield fly. We catch it in the ball game. Pirates take game number 1. Nestor Cortez Jr. almost gets the complete game shutout. They're going 8 2/3 solidly, getting us a dub. They're pitching to contact too, like making a lot of contact with bats, not getting a whole lot of strikeouts, and relying on Santos to get that last out for us. 2 runs was all we needed to score here today, as we kept them to 0 for once. Only gave up 2 hits all day for Nestor Cortez Jr. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Great game by him. Green, 6 innings of hard work though. 1 hit, 8 Ks, 1 walk, 1 earned. And any other start, I think that gets them a dub. But here today, out against our teams, we only give up 2 hits, 1 extra base hit. We only got 1 extra base hit too as well. We only got 3 hits, but we at least turned our hits into runs there with the solo home run and the 2 hits back to back, along with those walks. Cortez Jr. really is the hit by pitch that kind of did it for us. As Cruz gets his 3rd stolen base, Cortez Jr. is now 2-0 in the postseason with a 1.13 ERA. And Santos gets his ERA down under 4 finally with his 2nd save of the postseason. This will go ahead and lead us right into game number 2. As now we have a 1-0 series lead, leading it to where we still have, if necessary, games for game 5, 6, and 7. But most definitely what will be happening here is, we're going to play games 1 and 2, obviously here today, 3 and 4 in the next one. And then from there, it depends on what the series is looking like, whether games 5 and 6 will be together, or will they all be separate? Or will we even need a game for game 5, 6, and 7? Can we complete this sweep against our division opponents? It's going to be up to Paul Skeens to at least complete step number 2 of that, as he's set to be due up on the mound here today in the postseason. And he has had a start this postseason already. 8 innings, 2.25 ERA there. Pitched against the Braves, if you guys remember, getting us the first dub in that series. 0.63 whip, 9 Ks, had a great game. No walks given up, 32% on the strikeout rate. So 1 out of every 3 batters was catching a strikeout. Let's see if we can do it again here today. I guess a lot of that's at least struggled against lefties, so we'll have to see what they do with a righty on the mound. So yesterday we only saw them against lefties, and they only could put up 2 hits and only get really 3 guys on base with that 1 walk, as that ball gets to the backstop. Skeens pitching in rain this time, unlike Nestor Cortez, so maybe that has effect to do on the way he's throwing here. As the first batter he faces, TJ Friedel will get on with the walk here early. No walks in 8 innings last time. Gets his first one here on the very first batter. And Suzuki also showing some patience here, 2-0. Trying to lay one in there to get an easy strike, and it's going to be a pop fly out to left center field. Armstrong underneath. We'll go ahead and glove that one in. Spencer Steer back up after having a rough game yesterday. 0-2 count here so far, as we're going to go get the throw down to Johnson, and that one is a terrible throw. Might have been able to get the runner with a good throw, but the rain possibly affecting that throw down, but it's not affecting those strikeout rates as we get another one there. Ellie De La Cruz, first pitch he sees, flied out to center field. Armstrong's going to have to rein back, warning track right up against the wall, and he will glove it in the shadow of it. As they're going to go to their next pitcher, Nick Lodato, who's already started 2 games as well. 13 1/3 innings here, 2.03 ERA. We'll have to see how good he pitches and performs for them. If you remember, we did have him for a little bit. I can't remember if he I don't believe he ever became a big part of our rotation. In fact, I don't even remember if he stayed on the team by the time the video ended. But he does have very high potential. Is a decent overall. Just didn't work out when I tried to develop him. But it looks like they've developed him pretty nice into a solid starter for them. That's a pop fly out to right field, though, at the warning track. And that's gloved in. I thought he almost gave up that home run early. Goodly time there for Armstrong as Reynolds does the same thing to center. But that's right into a glove, too, as well. Trying to work these counts, but when you give me balls that are good to hit like that, out to left field, going back near the warning track, and it is caught at the wall. That's 3 straight balls that could have really been out of here for real. So Nick got to slow things down as they're doing the same thing to us there. Shane Ramusin out to left field. He gets a leadoff double here. Thankfully, he has no speed, so no triple, but now Paul Skeens will have to pitch with a runner on here early. And I'm already thinking this might be going bad. They might be able to hit righties pretty well. Christopher Morel, as that rhymes, will be up at the plate now, watching that changeup go across the body. 1-1. Sky foul. Swings through the upstairs heat. Paul gets his second strikeout of the game for us. And that's exactly what you want to have happen with that runner at second base. Now we can effectively kind of get him home without having to take any sacrifice outs. This is going to be popped out to Santander in right field. This is an easy play. We'll throw this one in. No speed for them to even try to attempt to move him to third, though, from all the way in right. So we're going to actually get him out without moving the runner too as well. So runner still at second base for Stevenson as he swings through the slider away. Strikeout number 3 of the game for Paul. And just like that, he looks like he's kind of gotten to a groove and he's starting to calm down here. Matt McClain, first pitch he sees. Chopping that slider into the dirt yet again. As hopefully we can start to see him calm down a little bit, swinging through that slider away. And there goes the changeup. Once again, getting him all the way through it. So easy strikeout there to start out that third inning for us. TJ Friedel chopped this one on the ground to Hayes. Gold Glover plays as he gets the out there at first base. And then Suzuki up again. First pitch that he sees popped up to Johnson over there at second as he will set underneath. No infield fly. And that's 3 straight innings of solid work. Really got this offensive lineup out of sync here. And this is what did happen when we played in the regular season. Offenses for both sides struggled. I struggled against their pitching staff, but they also were not doing good against ours. So in the battle of struggling offenses, it's about who gets the leg up first. And that's a deep fly to left field for Ellie De La Cruz, as that'll be caught up against the wall by Reynolds. Just enough speed to go get there and make the play. And then Shane swings through the slider downstairs. And that's some clean innings there. So we'll finally go back to our offense, who has not been doing anything against Nick Lodato either. Trying to run up the pitch count here for him as well, but he's really throwing in good pitches to hit. We're just not doing anything with them, although that was a bad one. 33 pitches here through 3 innings of work. Let's try to calm things down here a little bit if possible as we get the strikeout there on Reynolds. Santander will be the next man up. First pitch he sees. That's going to be a 4-seamer out to left field, much like he did in the first inning, but this one has a deeper result. Solo home run. Anthony Santander, his second of the postseason. Did the same thing to almost the same exact spot in the first. This time around, put a little more behind that swing. And just barely got that one into the next couple of rows of seats. Had that 4-seamer upstairs on the inside part of the plate. Good job turning on it and pulling it into the stands. Giving us an early 1-0 lead. And still plenty of inning here left to go as Alonso will now step to the plate. We're in our lefty lineup. Moving Alonso up, Cortez down. As Alonso pops this one to center field. Going deep back on the warning track as that looks like it'll be taken in though. Almost could have went back to back there. Fortunately, just died out to center field. The rain weighed it down as Cruz gets a base hit into the outfield and left. That'll get down. Can we start maybe a little 2-out rally possibly here? Julian Cortez will be up next. Hitting 125 this postseason. Gets the slurve that he wants. Pulls it in the right field at the warning track, and that'll be gloved in front of the wall. Rain knocked that one down too as well. Just not getting the power like we want to with Cortez. I don't know if he needs to go back home for a little bit and eat some home cooked meals or something. I don't know what's going on, but his bat has been dangerously low. Now we're in the bottom half of our order here in the 5th. You see Hayes grounds out. Johnson's able to take a quick walk down to first. Henry Davis gets a good four-seamer to hit, but unfortunately he's early on it. Chop this one right back to the pitcher. He's going to have to slow play this one. Takes his time throwing over to first base, and they got him. Possibly could have had a double play, though, if he played it a little quicker. So now Johnson is at second base. We're back up to the top of our lineup. Pete is up the plate here, swinging through the first one, but the second pitch he sees, that's a slurve on the ground. Good dog by Cruz, not able to get it. They're going to throw this one on home because he's coming to the plate, and Johnson scores. Heads up play there. The ball knocked off Ellie's arm. They wanted to see if they can catch him sleeping, and even from second to home, that was a terrible throw. We're able to go and score because of it, and Pete's able to get into second base on the stolen base. We have a 2-0 lead and a chance to really blow this wide open as Reynolds has a runner in scoring position. Could we end up getting 3 here? This is out to right field, getting down to the line, and it will be gloved in. Just barely able to catch that one, but now we give Paul a 2-0 lead. Here in the top of the 6th, can he take care of it for us? Swings and misses through the slider downstairs. Give me another K there. 65 pitches through 5 and a third innings of work. Chopped on the ground to Johnson as he makes the play over to first base. Easily done. And then Suzuki here. First pitch he sees. Right to Alonso. Easy line out there. Want to keep it here with the pitching in the 7th. See how long Paul can go here. If he can make it through the heart of this order one last time, he might not have to see these boys ever again. So that could be the last time you see Spencer. This is the last time he could see Ellie De La Cruz, as that's a deep ball to center field. Going back to the bullpen. Crow climbs. Crow will not get it. He's not Spidey, man. Instead, he's having to watch that Spidey ball lead a yard. Second home run of the postseason for Ellie De La Cruz, making up for those errors and defensive mistakes there at short. As he's able to give the Reds at least a little bit of hope. It is now 2-1 as they score their first runs here at the NLCS. Took a long time to do it, though. I mean, almost 15 in the third innings of work there before they finally scored their first runs here in this series. But Paul, we're going to let him keep finishing things out here. Gets Shane to pop that one right back to second base as Johnson gets it. And then Christopher Morel pops this one out to Santander, who will range inside just a couple steps. Just like that, we at least still have our lead. But now we're starting to look bullpen options. What can I do with my bullpen? Is they're going to bring Ian back out again. He had a strong outing yesterday, so I mean, I wouldn't blame him, but I thought he might just be tired. So go to our bullpen here to see what our options are. I can see that they are still struggling against righties here for the next few batters that are coming up. So with it being the 8th inning, let's go ahead and get maybe Jose Leclerc ready. I'm thinking either him or Sims, but let's get Leclerc ready and we'll let Santos finish this out. I can't believe Santos has such low health after only facing one batter, but we'll warm up Leclerc just in case for the 8th. But we'll still see how it goes here as we can still get some more runs here. Cortez over the ground to second base. Still not getting enough loft to it. He's out at first. Hayes. Fly ball out to left field. That one's up in the air. Gloved in without really much movement. And then Johnson. The 1-0 pitch here from Ian. That's up by the belt. That's going to the right center field gap. Going deep back at the wall. It will hit up against the wall. This is going to be a 2-out double then for Johnson. Did he spark a little rally possibly? Davis has been just as clutch. I mean, if he can do something for us here, that would be amazing. Good timing on that four-seamer about at the chest level. Or for him, probably at the chin level. That's how low that batter's box is. But next up will be Henry Davis. 0 for 2 on the day already. And that's going to be a long drive. Say goodbye to the ball. It is see ya. Home run, Henry Davis. 4th of the postseason. Gives us 4 runs in the game. And it is now 4-1 for your Pittsburgh Pirates. In front of the home crowd, they are going electric. They're going nuts right now. Only 385, but that was a no doubt moonshot. Left that one right at the belt. all you could do is turn your head and look at it, as we now have a 92% chance to win this, up by 3 here. Can we get a little bit more possibly with the top of our lineup up? Pete here with now a full count. 3-2. He's worked off Ian downstairs as he will take off for first. So you got the possible threat of stealing off for second base Reynolds. The first pitch he sees will be taken because we have a steal attempt at second base. That's going to be ball number 1. Throw down is not in time. Runner in scoring position for Reynolds. You know that Clutch will go ahead and take over, which he is way better clutch than contact. And that's going to get down in the outfield and right field. We're going to send on home Pete. And here I'm going to break the fourth wall. I aimed the stick downwards. I thought I was aiming towards Pete, but I guess not. I had accidentally put Reynolds on his way to home, and I didn't notice it until after Pete had circled around. So I couldn't get back in time, but at least the runner scored for us. So Pete comes around. We are up 5-1 now again. I'm going to put Jose Leclerc in ready and waiting just in case here, so that way he doesn't get too tired. I'm going to let Paul have a little bit more flexibility here with the 4-run lead here late. Can we save the bullpen yet again? 7, 8, 9 set to do up. Ryan Noda chops this one on the ground. That's going to get down the line for a base hit. It's probably going to hit up against the wall. It will. That's going to be an easy double then. Throw comes in over the third base side. It's a stand-up double for Ryan Noda. With him being tired, we're going to go ahead and go to our bullpen, though, bringing Jose Leclerc, who's only played 1 game this postseason, but didn't give up a single thing and even struck out one of the 3 batters he faced. So we're just going to go ahead and let him do his thing, clear out the rest of this inning, hopefully for us, as Tyler Stevenson will come up, watching the first pitch that he sees, chop on the ground with the second one as Johnson makes the play over to first base easily. A 1-1 count here for Matt McClain. Pop that one into foul territory, then watches the slider downstairs for ball number 2. It's an even count. Chop this one down the line. It's going to get down the first baseline, so Santerre's going to have to get on his horse to chase this down. Runner's going to go in and come into second base. Easy RBI double there for him. As the bottom part of this order kind of picking up the slack then a little bit here. TJ Friedel up next. Can he keep this 1-out rally going possibly? 0-1. Pops this one. Right field towards Santander, who will go ahead and have to go all the way back to the wall to basically ring this one in. Thrower's going to go ahead and come in towards the plate instead of third. Now that runner is just 90 feet away from scoring. If Suzuki can be clutch here for them, this game could get a little dangerous. The heart of the order is about to come up again. And Suzuki is not swinging 2-2 count here. Liner out to Santander, who stands still to go ahead and come get it. Terrible reaction time on that one, trying to figure out where it was going. But because he did that, it's an RBI base hit for Suzuki. And just like that, it's now 4-3 here for the Pirates. Chopped on the ground to Cruz there. Steers still not able to get much power on it, which is thankful for us as we end the 8th inning and bring in the closer again. Alexi Santos, the rook, back in front of the home crowd, ready to slam with another door as we have a 2-run lead for you. The only man that you got to worry about here is Ellie. Throws the fork ball at the knees, getting strike 1 called. That's upstairs. That's going to be a base hit. So that's going to be their first runner on there. You remember we have a lot of speed over there with Cruz, so we'll have to keep an eye on them. Next up, Shane. Trying to make something shake here, but gets into a quick 0-2 hole here as he gets the call on the 4-seamer on the outside part of the plate. First strikeout of the inning. 1 down already. Christopher Morel, can we get him down too as well? He's 0 for 3 on the day. Pop this one up. Davis takes off the headgear, ranges back behind the plate, and he will go ahead and capture this in by the P. They're down to their last man here is Ryan Noda. First pitch that he sees, he fouls off. We just need to dispatch one more man. He is the tying run, though, so we got to be careful. Everybody's got the towels waving in the stadium. Everybody's looking, hoping for a dub. It's 0-2. Slider downstairs. Coming back with the 1-2 here. Popped it up. And that could just about do it. Pete Alonso gets underneath on the mound. And that'll be the ball game. Your Pirates sweep the home series like they're supposed to. And we'll be heading into Cincinnati now with a 2-0 series lead. Great teamwork here all the way around. Paul Skeens, another great start. Good job by Leclerc and Santos for holding the lead down for us. Good job to finally score 5 runs today. 8 hits as a squad. Now we're back to normal. Skeens 7 innings, 3 hits, 9 Ks, 2 earned. Nick Lodato 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 Ks for him against our offense. So pretty good job there. Way more extra base hits for them than us, but we did have those 2 home runs. Santander's second. Davis is fourth. Davis now has 9 RBIs. Reynolds has 7. Pete Armstrong has 6. And he has 3 more stolen bases after the 2 today. But Paul, great start today. 9 Ks over 7 innings is great. ERA is 2.4. Leclerc did give up the 1 earned run, though, so ERA is at 4.5. And then Santos gets his 3rd save of the postseason, which will set us up for a 3-game road stand here now with Jared Jones versus Mitch Keller. Dustin May, our ace, versus Michael King. And then we also have Nestor Cortez Jr. versus Albert Abcott. So they're back in 2 people that have yet to pitch. They're going to pitch in games 4 or 5 if need be. And we'll have 2 of our strongest pitching in that spot if we need be. So we have Jared Jones about to come up here. Boston and Texas on the other side of the bracket are tied up 1-1. So they split their series. But next time out, man, it'll be Jared Jones trying to redeem himself. Only 5 1/3 in his last start. Only gave up the 1 earned run, so things just kind of got hectic after he got out. But we'll be facing off against Mitch Keller and seeing what he has to bring to the table, as he had a great start in his first outing too as well. So if you guys are ready to see that video, man, leave it with a like, comment, and subscribe on your way out the video. Episode 41 will be out next Wednesday, where we will get into games 3 and 4 of the NLCS and could possibly end up seeing ourselves in the wild card by the end of it. Hope you guys do enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys later.